energy sapping to see all those gruesome things that I just saw. It's energy sapping. It genuinely, like, I feel drained of energy or just by seeing all of that. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Zane, and on this channel I react to videos that interest me. So that sounds like your thing, please make sure you subscribe right now and give this video a big thumbs up. And shout out to all of you who have subscribed to my channel and who have watched my video. I truly appreciate it. You guys are the best. Somebody suggested this video to me and I was like, this seems interesting, let me see. Now, before I could actually play this video, I saw that it was censored, like seriously censored, because apart from the fact that they put age restrictions on it, they did not allow me play it until they asked again if I was sure I wanted to play it, because it contained like it contained graphic scenes and images and all of that. So it's very likely that I'm going to be blurring out just quite a bit of it. Any part that I see that is graphic and not suitable for YouTube, so you're going to have to forgive me for that, but I believe we should be able to get one or two things out of it.
Amid the fabled hills of Judea in southwest Asia stands Jerusalem, the capital of Palestine.
Palestine was a thriving, populous country with a strong economy, with a political life, with a very strong culture, very diverse, very tolerant, going back as far as history can record.
The British government's policy in Palestine, a policy which, if continued, will surely have as a result the replacement of the Arabs by the Jews. The British government imposed the Balfour Declaration, which is abhorred by all Arabs in the Near East.
As a new Jewish state is born.
It's the Nakba, which means catastrophe in Arabic.
Story that will not put up with God's game of battle rest, determined to defend the faith after so much of struggle and effort and sacrifice and longing spread up through the centuries, and finally, by the grace of God, in reconstruction.
Stop the war in Palestine.
The murder of the United Nations mediator, Count Bernadotte.
Haganah troops have driven the Arabs out of the beleaguered city, taking many prisoners.
Jaffa itself has become an almost deserted city, most of the 70,000 inhabitants having left when the state of Israel was proclaimed.
Entire cities were taken. Entire cities. Haifa, Ramle, Lid, Jaffa, Jerusalem, and on and on and on. Entire cities.
Your mass media, the Western mass media, always beside the Israelis. And you are forgetting completely this organized terrorism. You refuse to condemn this barbaric attack on the South, but you bless it. And you said that we accept the raid, but it was a little bit more than required.
I don't see any possibility to move forward with the peace process, and no doubt to arrive to peace, unless all those terrorists will be eliminated.
I came here with the message of peace. أنا بقول بصوت الأطفال، بصوت النساء، بصوت الرجال، بصوت الشيوخ، بصوت شعبنا كل شعبنا داخل أرضنا المحتلة وخارج أرضنا المحتلة. بقول أن هذه الانتفاضة ستستمر حتى انتهاء الاحتلال الإسرائيلي عن فلسطين، عن أرضنا، عن القدس الشريف.
ونحن لا نقبل الاحتلال، لن يبقى على أرضنا وطننا.
سيدة الأرض كانت تسمى فلسطين، صارت تسمى فلسطين، أم البدايات،
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
أم النهايات. على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة.
Do you condemn Hamas? We'll stand with you in solidarity, and we want you to win. We stand with
حضرني على أرض صامدة لآخر نقطة دم في روحي، لآخر نفس فيا، لما يعني خلص هيك يبطل فيا نفس أنا خنق أموت، بعديها بندفن حتى في أرضي.
No, he did not. Say no to injustice. So, I can definitely see why there was that heavy censorship, because there's a lot of graphic stuff in there. There's a lot of violence, and there's a lot of speech that you could interpret as inciting people to violence. But then you could also say, or one could also push back and say, people are actually experiencing these things, and children are actually experiencing these things. So if you think it's inappropriate for children to watch it, and even ask adults if they're sure they want to watch it before you allow them watch it, does it not mean that it's even more inappropriate for children to experience stuff like that? And even adults should not experience stuff like that, right? Like, so then why censor anything that has to do with this topic? Because people are in fact experiencing. Why censor it? Why, prevent it or suppress it in the algorithm or whatever, and prevent the information from spreading around? Because the more the information spreads, then the more people can push back and say, we have to stop this. It is said that the death toll in Palestine has actually climbed up to 40,000 as at now. And even after that news came out, it was said that the US sent about, or they were talking about sending, I'm not sure if they've sent it or they were just talking about sending over $20 billion in arms to Israel. Over $20 billion in arms to Israel. Even after we know that the death toll of the Palestinians have climbed to 40,000. Okay. Over 40,000, by the way, not exactly 40,000. Over 40,000. And that's just, a ballpark figure, because there's no accurate count of the amount of deaths that have occurred there. So, I have nothing to say about that one, except that the world is moving mad. First of all, I think it's a story of, just like I said, the story of Palestine. I think it's a story of how this all started, when it started, all the Nakba, I don't know how to interpret or to translate the Nakba, but let's just say it's when this whole oppression started, when people started getting evicted from their homes, and the land started getting encroached upon and, occupied by this tyrannical regime. And they did not, there were a series of invasions, as we could see. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys those parts, or if I'm going to blow it out, but you've got armored tanks, you've got shells bombing them, you've got soldiers with guns invading people's lands, and you've got these people, like regular people without arms, who have nothing to, because they will fight back, as they should. They will fight back, but they've got nothing to fight back. This is how you know that they're not really interested in war. But all they can do is throw stones. Now, what can stones do against guns, machine guns? What can stones do against armor tanks? What can stones do against shells, bombing them? And you've got like just gruesome deaths, and you've got babies, and you've got mass burials, and just all sorts of horrible stuff. And like I think one of the most heartbreaking things to see is soldiers facing a bunch of people with machine guns, and then the people having nothing to fight back except throwing stones, like throwing stones, and then they come and say terrorists. Who are the terrorists? Who are terrorists? People throwing stones or the people with guns? Again, the world is moving mad. It has been moving mad for a very long time. It's just crazy. And one of the craziest parts is seeing Biden saying we stand with Israel. I mean, obviously, he has to say that. He has to say that. People don't talk about this, or people don't believe it, or people don't, I don't know if people don't think about it, or they just don't want to talk about it. But I have my theories on why he insists on supporting Israel. I have my theories, okay? I have my theories. And obviously, I don't have any proof of that, but I believe somebody has something on somebody. Like, somebody's being blackmailed. I'm just going to say it. Somebody's being blackmailed. And they are dancing to the tunes of the blackmailer. If you get it, you get it. Somebody's being blackmailed, because I don't see why anyone in their right minds would be doing something like this. I genuinely would be supporting. Like, I get why the oppressors are oppressing the Palestinians, like the Palestinians. I get it. They want their land. They want them to all leave. And if they don't leave, they are going to keep attacking them till they leave. And they will say, oh, there are terrorists, there are terrorists, there are terrorists. I get it. It's demonic, but I understand. What I do not understand is why people who can see, who are not blind, will insist on supporting this kind of terror. Who, even after the ICC, the ICJ, everybody basically in the world, everybody with sense is saying this is wrong. And yet you insist on supporting that wrongness. There has to be a blackmail somewhere. It cannot be because of it cannot be because of anything except blackmail. I genuinely do not see how it can be because of anything except blackmail, except if there's another agenda that we just cannot see. This video is, I think it's energy sapping to see all those gruesome things that I just saw. It's energy sapping. It genuinely, like, I feel drained of energy, or just by seeing all of that. It's not something you want to watch for fun. But the thing is, people actually experience that. So then that puts another layer to it. People actually experienced all of those things. And it just makes me so grateful and so aware of the privilege that many of us have as we live in lands where there's no war. Right? Like, you know, there are the usual skirmishes here and there in some lands. There are the usual stories of people getting kidnapped in some lands. People getting, like, some people going to shoot some people for no apparent reason in some lands. People, you know, fighting people. You know, there's that usual stuff. But when your land, when your country is not under war, when it is not at war, it is just such a blessing, because there's generally peace. There's generally safety. You can wake up without expecting to hear bombs go off. And you can generally wake up and feel some sort of security and safety that you probably won't get killed by a shell or by a stray bullet or something, right? Like, that safety is just, it is huge. It's a huge thing. It's a huge blessing. Like, if you live in a country where there's no war, it's a huge blessing. You live in a country where you're not being oppressed, where your rights are not being trampled upon just as a matter of course, it's a huge blessing. And, you know, stuff like this just makes me aware of that, and just makes me more and more grateful for the fact that I'm in a place where there's no war and there's relative safety and peace. So anyway, I'm just going to stop here and not let us rant. Again, I'm going to have to blur out a lot of this, so forgive me for that. I'm going to leave the link to the video. I hope I remember to do that in the description box below, so that you can go and check it out yourself if you want to watch the entire video. But thank you guys so much for watching this video with me till the very end. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe right now and give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you next time. And shout out to all of you who have subscribed and who leave comments and who support me. I truly appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you once more, and I will see you next time.